What is up, everybody? We are here with some Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, and we're here to answer that question: should you pull on the new Cloud Ice Magic banner? If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, follow along with what we do here, hit that like button, comment down below your thoughts on the banner, and let's get to it. Remember, this is more designed for those who are trying to figure out how to more effectively or wisely spend their crystals. If you are somebody who has to have everything for that one specific character and Cloud is your character, then by all means just pull on the banner. Just make sure you can get the costume. That's always kind of the prize at the end when it comes to this kind of stuff, so make sure you can get to that 12th stamp. But again, this is not designed for that. This is designed to look at, is this worth dumping the crystals into to fill out your team? So first things first, let's talk about the looks of it, because honestly the looks can be an important thing to a lot of people. Overall, I really do kind of like the look of the outfit. It kind of reminds me of like Squall from Final Fantasy VIII. You got some ripped jeans here, some weird sewn-on knee pads, the black boots. Got the rings here. He's got quite a few rings. You got these weird little ski goggles here, which are cool, which kind of works into the ice element. You got the Seventh Heaven emblem here attaching to this side pouch, and we've got a butt pouch for some odd reason. We also have this weird little belt just going around the leg. Belt's going across the chest because, you know, gotta have all the belts. It's Final Fantasy. We got the Seventh Heaven logo here on the back. I really like the look with the black, the white, and the blue. I think that looks awesome. The sword kind of reminds me of the bandage sword. Looks really cool. We got like this steampunk thing going on with the sword here. I really do like the effect of the coloration of the metal. I think it looks really nice. Overall, I think it's a good looking weapon. And I think it really fits the look of Cloud in this outfit too. So overall, I think the outfit looks awesome. Kudos to the team that designed this. So now let's get into the stats. So outfit is one of our new arcanums. It's really well done. Physical magic ward. And then the frost spell arcanum HP plus. So this is going to do ice ability damage plus 30%. And attack, when your attack gauge is full, your magic ability damage will be plus 20, and you're getting that plus 15% to HP, so overall really solid outfit. So let's look at the weapon called Full Throttle. So this is a magic ice weapon. It's going to deal 600% magic ice damage to a single enemy. It is going to increase your own magic attack, that's the key thing there, just yourself, low to mid, while if the enemy you are attacking with this weapon is weak to ice, its MDef will be lowered from low to mid. It does say affected targets, but this is only a single enemy, so yeah, I don't, unless this is gonna proc if you're using another weapon, which I don't know why it would. But anyway, that target's MDef is going to be lowered from low to mid for 20 seconds. It's going to boost your M attack, your ice potency, and your S abilities. You have M attack boost, and circle sigil. Taking this up to OB1, you're going to be going up to 720% magic ice damage to that enemy, still staying low to mid for 25 seconds, and then that MDef decrease again if you're attacking with the weakness will also go low to mid for 25 seconds. Boost magic attack is at 32. You're going to be main handing this thing, so it's going to be in your main slot, so you're going to be getting really 25 points worth out of it, so plus 20%. You're really only 3 points away though from getting that plus 30%. Ice potency plus 15 points. You got that 25% added to your ice ability damage. Again, if that command gauge is max, you're getting that 30% as well. 30%? 20%, sorry, that 20% in the magic ability damage plus the 30% ice ability damage as well from the outfit, so you're still doing quite a bit of damage with that, even just at OB1. Okay, so if you take it up to OB6, OB6 typically tends to be the nice stopping point outside of our whales. until you can wishlist these things for later on, which you can wishlist this. You will be able to. 940% magic ice damage. Magic attack is going mid to high. It stays at 25 seconds, so. The MDEF decrease goes from mid to high, so we are at that high break, but you do need 2 casts. But like I said, you're going to be main-handing this thing. You're going to be casting this thing over and over anyways, so it really is fine that it does that. The boost magic attack has gone up to 40 points, so now you definitely have hit that 30%. You're 5 points away from 40% and 15 away from 50. Ice potency's at 27 points, so plus 40%. Again, nice solid damage being done here. If you do manage to get this up to OB10, you've got a ton of crystals, or your pulls are extremely lucky. 1,120 magic ice damage. Absolutely solid. The one suck thing is it stays mid to high. I don't want to keep pushing this thing of, you know, OB10 is super powerful, but in all actuality, in theory, it should. I mean, you're already gaining 180% damage here, but I think this should go high to high at OB10. This gives us a reason to really want to keep pushing for OB10. And again, it's going to 30 seconds, that's the change there. It stays mid to high, but we went from 25 seconds to 30 seconds. But like I said, you're going to be casting this thing over and over anyways. Magic attack is at 46. You're 9 points away from your 50%, so you are sitting at this 40% magic attack boost. Your ice potency is now at 39, so 55%. Overall, really solid weapon. The stats maybe a little on the low side. I'd like to see the P attack lower and the M attack higher for this weapon. But overall, it's a solid weapon. Great for the current guild battle, which is, again, usually what these things are designed around when they're released with the guild battle. So now the question becomes, do you pull on this? Well, you gotta really look at, I guess, more what kind of stuff you currently have. You know, Sephiroth was our Magic Ice guy for the longest time, but he's really fallen off in the realm of Magic Ice. This could easily replace that. Yuffie also is a valuable Magic Ice person. Let's come in here real quick. Just pick this one. Let's quickly look over here at Yuffie. Now, I don't have her Nanaki mantle, but if you had had that, there's your ice, your Frostblade Arcanum. And then we have her, you got the Pinwheel, which can lower ice resistance. She does have, I think she has a physical ice weapon in here somewhere. I don't know where it's at right off the top of my head. Maybe it's Wind I'm thinking of. I think it's Wind. But we do have this right here, the Icebound Little Red Wreath. At OB10 it's doing 940% magic ice damage, but it is getting a 1.2 buff if the target is a 1.2 buff to its damage if the target is in a debuff state, which is now 1,128 damage. So if we go back to Cloud here, so keep in mind that 1,128, you're actually doing 8% more damage with Yuffie's weapon. However, Cloud is getting the M attack boost to himself, and he's getting to lower the M def of the target he's attacking. Not to say that there's not ways that you could do that with a support character. Let's go back to that Little Red Wreath here for just a second. Or actually, let's go to her ice resist down weapon. So if you were running this, it's just ice resist down, but it is high to high. You're getting an ice potency boost, HP boost. But we could also look at her other banner that just released as well, which goes along with this guild battle. And if we look at this current weapon, she's giving exploit weakness to everybody, getting that boost to M attack, that boost to magic ability potency, and she's increasing command gauge. Now, yes, her HP has to be that 50% or higher. So, And she also has that Frost Spell Arcanum HP plus outfit as well, just like Cloud does. So now it kind of comes down to utility. In my opinion, if you have the Little Red Wreath already at OB10, and you've got somebody else who can lower down ice resistance, if I have to choose between these two banners, I would pull for Yuffie's over Cloud's. Not saying Cloud's is not good. Cloud's is very, very, very good. But when we're looking at limited resources, I feel like I said, if you have that Little Red Wreath at OB10 already, then I feel like Yuffie's the better choice. She can get that exploit weakness out and then turn around and start hitting while other people are buffing and debuffing. Yes, it would be nice to have that all-in-one. That is the one huge benefit to Cloud. Not even going to try to discount that. This is where I would say if all you had was Sephiroth as your ice DPS, maybe Cloud would be the better option. If you did not have that Little Red Wreath already pretty much buffed out already. But that's how I look at that. I would put Yuffie's, again, if you have the Little Red Wreath at OB10, I would put it slightly ahead of Cloud. Because his buffs, yes, the debuff helps everybody, but his buff only helps him. Yuffie, on the other hand, this buff will help everybody. Anybody who's doing damage at least. Which again, is a positive. So that's how I rank them. And if I'm gonna pull between these two banners, because I've already got that Little Red Wreath at OB10 and I don't have her Ice Arcanum weapon or outfit, I would pull for this to get the outfit and to try to get her weapon to that OB6. Just to give us that 30 seconds and 30% for that exploit weakness. But again, Cloud's banner is a very, very solid banner. I'm not trying to discount it. I'm not saying it's not good. It is good. But again, I'm talking from the perspective of limited resources. If you've got an unlimited amount of resources, then by all means pull on both. Absolutely. Because they're both great stuff. But we also have to consider we have the Dragon Quest crossover coming up. We have the 2-year anniversary coming up. So things are going to start dropping that are going to be very, very enticing. One of the things you also need to kind of think about, when are these going to be used outside of this current guild battle? Yuffie's weapon 100% is designed around the current guild battle with that command gauge boost. Cloud's could easily be used a lot more outside of it. But when I look at Yuffie's, yeah, outside of this guild battle, this part of this is going to really kind of go unused, this increased command gauge. Unless we start getting a lot more gimmicks that use command gauge decrease. But again, I'm still going to give the edge to Yuffie's over Cloud in this case for the purpose of what I have. So that's my thoughts on the banner. I don't know if I'm going to pull. I really haven't made that decision yet. They did an interesting thing with the guild battle. You have to win battle 5, I think it was 5 times before you can unlock battle 6. So it's really going to kind of depend on how all that pans out. But again, I have very, very few resources at this point. I would need to hit I would need to hit the 12th stamp by like the 5th pull tops. You know, that's 3 stamps, or 5 pulls. It's basically what, 2.5 stamps on each card, or each pull. So, yeah, I don't know. Enticing stuff. But again, like I said, let me know in the comments below what you think about the new Cloud banner. Like I said, we do have Gladius still as the ultimate weapon here, so that's still a great weapon for Matt, whether you pull on Yuffie or Cloud. So thanks for watching, guys. Again, hit that subscribe button if you're not already, hit the like button, and again, comment down below your thoughts on the banner. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.